Hello, folks. Today I'm going to show you a use case where I use GitHub Copilot a lot. A lot of dependencies on my systems are not native dependencies installed. I tend to use the Dockerized versions. And when I'm working on a project that needs a database dependency or a proxy dependency, I tend to create a Docker file for that and use within the same project so that once it is checked into GitHub, others can make use of it as well. But I often do not remember all the details of what goes inside a Docker file. And here I'm going to show you how I use GitHub Copilot to create the Docker file for me. Before I do that, here is the Explorer. I have a Docker compose.yaml file and it is currently empty. I'm going to leverage, I'll leave it open, but I'm going to leverage the GitHub Copilot chat to help me create the Docker compose file. So to start with, I will say, please create a Docker compose.yaml file with the following details. First, I need MySQL latest version. Second, set up a root password. Third, name the container as YT MySQL. And YT tends to be YouTube because I'm making this video for YouTube. And then expose the 3306 port. And that's pretty much it. I need a Docker file using which I can spin up a MySQL and Docker container. So with that, I will send this information to GitHub Copilot, and here it is. So it has created the information for me, and I can either copy paste this by doing a right click copy, or I can say copy here. Or the other way is, since I have the Docker Compose file open, I can just click on this file, which means it inserts at cursor, and insert at cursor means over here. I'll click on that and I will save it. And here I will change your password to pwd_123 just to make it secure. And now that the Docker file is ready, why don't we go ahead and test that whatever GitHub Copilot has created, is it correct or not? So I will go to I will not update. I'm here in the terminal here. And I have Docker Compose file. So I'll say Docker Compose up -d. And it has started the container, which means it is running. And we can confirm that by saying Docker PS and by filter YT_MySQL. I believe that's the container name. So it's running. If I go here, you can say this is actually running at the moment. And what I can do as a next step to validate is Docker exec. Docker PS this guy, and I will take this name, let's say over here, and I will say Docker exec -IT, which is interactive TTY, and then the name of my container, and then the command, which is bash. So maybe, I have a problem in my command. It should be exec. And as I enter, the prompt changes, which means I'm inside the container. So I can log into MySQL using the root. So MySQL -u root -p. And as I hit enter, I need to paste this password. As I do that, I'm inside Docker container, inside MySQL. So I can say show databases. And here we go. So which means that I gave a general purpose instruction set to GitHub Copilot and asked them to create a Docker file for me. Using whatever file they created, I saved that in the Docker Compose file, started the container, and verified that everything is working correctly. So I hope that this was useful for you. I hope that you don't have to remember all the Docker commands. Maybe you can chat with GitHub Copilot interactively and maybe update a little bit more and get to the point where the Docker file created for you is something that you can work within your project. Fantastic. So I hope that this was useful. If there are any other things that you would like us to create, help you out, add a comment below and we'll sure create a video for you. Until we meet next time, take care of yourself, keep trying, and we will see you soon.